I recently got a new gaming laptop, so sorry if this sounds kind of weird with the mic quality, but I'm still trying to figure it all out, so my bad. But yeah, so I figured I would kind of just talk about you know, this past week because my last video was of me basically talking about how I was going to have 60 hours of a work week, with 20 hours being overtime. So, just to rip the band-aid off, I did none of the hours, because the place I work at, the warehouse, didn't really have any work for us somehow, so they kind of had us, just go home Monday, because, you know, they're not gonna have us stay after if there's like no paper to work with, so they kind of just sent us home, and that was okay. Like, we kind of understood, like, the process of us being sent home that day, but then Tuesday came around and they had like some paper, and by they I mean like the area that I was supposed to go at. So basically, if you guys didn't watch the last video, I basically mentioned that I was going to be working overtime with a mother and her two sons, Camilla, Alan, and Zach. They're Hispanic. I know not really Hispanic names besides Camilla, but yeah, they're just the best I can come up with what their names actually are. So, pretty much, Alan and Camilla, the oldest son, and obviously the mother, they work in an area that I used to work with, but I moved over to like a station that's close by, but not really the same station. So they Tuesday they had kind of a lot of paper to deal with, but it was easy paper, so they kind of got through most of it. And by the end of the day, the work was kind of just like, oh, okay, you guys can just kind of go home now. So they kind of just sent us home out of nowhere without overtime. So Alan was just like talking to me while we were working out, like, yo, I wouldn't mind staying. And he was just like, oh, right, dude, like, it's stupid. And then Wednesday came by, and I was kind of ready for overtime just in case. I didn't know what to really expect, but this is kind of where it kind of all fell apart, where after second break with 2 hours left, Alan told me that Camilla, the mother, was just kind of like tired and just kind of let down in a way of like, well, we were gonna just work overtime all week, not really just like Wednesday through Friday. So she was just kind of like, but I'm not working overtime at this point. And Alan and Zach kind of agreed with her, so they just kind of were just like telling me, like, yeah, we're just gonna leave, like, we're not gonna stay overtime today. And it kind of left me in like a predicament of like, well, what do I do now for me, you know? So I was just like, do I tell the supervisor, or what do I do? And then I was texting the site supervisor's wife, because I'm close with her, like, yo, so this is the situation, what do I do? And the wife, who I'll call Lucy, was just like, yeah, tell the supervisor, freaking, what name should I give? I'll just call him the supervisor. I told I was about to go up to the supervisor with like half an hour left, but then like the second shift supervisor came in, and he was the one who actually needed people. So then he went up to Alan, and I saw them talking while I was talking with someone else, like just talking to someone else about it. And I saw Alan was just like being like talking to the second shift guy, like, yeah, so we're not staying after for overtime, blah blah blah. And then I went up to them, and the second shift supervisor was just like, so what about you? Are you staying, or are you going home? And I'm like, man, I was just kind of figured that I was going to work with them and not really stay alone, and just left me in like a shitty situation. And then he was like, yeah, I understand, don't worry about it, it's up to you if you want to stay. And I was like, yeah, I think I'll go home. So yeah, Wednesday was just kind of a thing that just fell short, and I mentioned that Thursday through Friday, the last 2 days, have like extra like people because of like the weekend shift. So that just kind of set everything into motion that like, yeah, we're not gonna work overtime. So because Alan told Camilla that, and you know, from that point on, it was just kind of like, yeah, there's no point in staying Thursday through Friday then, either. So Thursday and Friday we didn't really even consider it, and neither supervisors from our shift or the second shift kind of were like, yo, you staying? Like, we just were all like mutually in agreement of like, yeah, we going home. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a letdown. I was kind of looking forward to it to a degree, obviously. I do know that a lot of people commented on what the hell, the video. So thank you for all the support last video. I have no idea what's going on with me right now, but you know, lots of views on the last video, so thank you, really appreciate it. But yeah, kind of let down that, you know, I was not really able to work overtime, unfortunately. Even though it would have been hell, it would have been really worth it in my opinion, just to work those extra hours and get so much more money than what I usually do. But man, I don't know, hopefully there's another opportunity down the line, you know. But yeah, that's going to do it. So yeah, that's it, bye.